Greetings in the love and light of the one infinite creator. I'm Andrii, and joined here by Fred, Dan, and Adam, and hopefully Ed. And then we will be continuing the October 12th, 2024 session. And what we've got is unlocking the power of intention and indigo-ray on your spiritual path. And the first question is meditation related. I think what he was trying to say, based on our conversation before the channeling session began, when we're meditating and we feel like it's knowing going nowhere, and our mind is racing and this third density is weighing on us, and is there a benefit to doing that over and over, feeling like it's not opening that heart, that channel to our higher self?
I am Quo, and am aware of your query, my sister. This is a query which I believe many with the third density illusion would ask with you, for many do not know how it is that meditation can affect one, whether the one who is meditating feels it is effective or not. We would suggest to you, in our opinion, that the intention that you set before the meditation is that which reaches down into the heart of your being, into your subconscious mind, where the Creator resides. And at some point, you will be able to realize that there are thoughts and feelings and intuitions that are being sent to you in a manner that cannot be described in words. But if you are patient and let the turmoil of your mind settle after a period of time, or even if it does not settle, simply open your mind, your heart, the very essence of your being to be informed with this information that is used to you. Then, at some point later in your spiritual journey, perhaps later that day, the next month, there will be an opportunity for you to feel that expression, that intuition, that image that guides you on a spiritual path. The intention sets the path that you will travel to be responded by the Creator. The Creator hears every intention, feels every question, responds in a way which you will eventually acknowledge and be aware of. Is there a further query, my sister?
No, thank you. That was my perspective. I hope that was correct. Thank you. All right. What do you guys think of that? Dan, it was meditation related, so I was wondering, maybe you had a response.
Um, I kind of have to look at the paragraph again.
Okay. Here. Title, summary, and points for seekers with quotes.
Or if someone else wants to go first.
Yeah, this. Well, anyone who heard it, Fred, Adam. So here, where were we? So the intention that you set before the meditation here. Well, we could read the summary.
Yeah,
Maybe that will be more clear. Um, so the challenge of a restless mind. Many within the third density illusion would ask, for many do not know it is the meditation can affect one, whether the one that is meditating feels it is effective or not. When meditation feels unproductive due to racing thoughts or the weight of third density life, it's easy to doubt its effectiveness. Yet these moments are opportunities for persistence and trust in the unseen. The power of intention. The intention that you see before the meditation is that which reaches down into the heart of your being, into your subconscious mind, where the Creator resides. The act of setting an intention before meditation holds profound spiritual weight. It initiates a connection to the Creator within, shaping the spiritual path you are navigating. Patience in the process. If you are patient and let the turmoil of your mind settle after a period of time, or even if it does not settle, simply open your mind, your heart, the very essence of your being. Trust the process. Even when your mind remains unsettled, the benefits of your intention may unfold in unexpected ways, such as intuitive thoughts or guidance that come to you later in your journey. The Creator's response. The Creator hears every intention, feels every question, responds in a way which you will eventually acknowledge and be aware of. Your intentions and meditations are never unheard. The Creator responds with guidance that aligns with your unique path, often in ways that surpass verbal or conscious understanding. Intuition is a spiritual guide. At some point later in your spiritual journey, there will be an opportunity for you to feel that expression, that intuition, that image that guides you on your spiritual path. Insights from meditation might manifest as intuitive feelings, symbols, or a sense of clarity that guides you forward on your spiritual journey. Key takeaway: meditation, even in its most restless moments, is an act of faith and intention. Trust that your persistence and openness will be met with guidance from the Creator, revealing the subtle yet profound path of spiritual growth. And then make an image for it. Okay, so Dan, did that help clarify things
Yeah,
for you?
thank you. I think sometimes I read too fast, so I don't grasp it. But definitely, yeah, I like it because the issue I'm going with right now is lately I feel like when I meditate, I have too many thoughts disturbing me, and just work or anything, and I just cannot. I feel so distracted, and really, it's a 20-minute fight between me trying to focus on nothing. But it's reassuring knowing that at least I'm trying, and that counts for something. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think it does reset my expectations and renews um, my vigor to just do it again and keep trying. And even 20 minutes is still an accomplishment. I should realize that too.
Yeah, it is. Just even spending that time on the pillow, and every time you bring, so say for instance, you're focusing on your breath and you get distracted, every time you bring your focus back to your breath or your object of focus, you are actually training your breath, your brain, your brain muscles, your executive function, your ability to stay on task, your ability to stay focused, and this actually helps you in all areas of your life, like emotional control and everything. And it's
Hmm.
kind of like you're doing the hard work, you're doing the reps. It's kind of like, if you can imagine that, since you haven't meditated for most of your life, it's kind of like, you're one of those like super emaciated people who's had like their arm in a cast for 6 months or something,
Yeah.
and you're just starting the physiotherapy, just like lifting your emaciated arm, and like you're slowly building up those muscles, and then eventually, as you keep doing that practice daily, 20 minutes, then 10 to 20 minutes anyways, you will develop those muscles, and then you'll be able to carry weights, you'll be able to hear the intuitions and keep that focus.
Yep.
Clear your mind. Mhm. Great. Ed, go ahead.
So it just comes down to meditation. I think that a lot of people kind of, well, I mean, I know that I had some results initially with the kind of the traditional way of doing it. The clearing the mind, the gnostic, the kind of going, concentrating on the breath. I found that it was very easy for me when I started off just to think, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. And it kind of just got to a point of like, what's the point? What's supposed to happen here? But then I suppose, years later, I started doing other things. I started doing pranayama, yoga, I started doing all these other things that kind of are more active forms of meditation, where you actually have like the thing is saying there about how you go into it with an intention, a thing that you want to achieve from doing it. And then you realise that actual process of going into nothingness, that you're just sitting there thinking of the duration of time, like thinking of whatever, it's just like the vital step that you need to get to that place. And then once you start doing the functional things,
Yeah. Ed,
so
you sound kind of muffled, and well, no, it's fine, Dan. It's true. I was having trouble understanding Ed too. I don't know if you did something
okay,
different with your audio.
Is that better?
Oh, a lot better. Oh, wow, that's a double
Okay,
thumbs up.
okay.
I can
That's cool.
actually
It's,
hear
it's
you
just
now.
now I can't hear you. Brilliant. Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
what was I saying?
Hold
Right,
on, Ed.
so
Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone. But my dude, I listen. This book, this phone has literally been pumping out books from the speaker the entire time since it came out of the box. So
Yeah, so there's a
the
setting
speakers are rubbish.
where you can change it so that it uses your iPhone speaker for the mic, and then you can still hear us in your headphones.
Okay, I need to get my headphones. I was using like a Bluetooth speaker thing, so I could hear you. Obviously, the mic on that's a load of rubbish.
But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, right. No, I'll run through it quick. Okay, so, I found that to start off with, yeah, the normal type of meditation kind of led me to a place where I was just sitting there thinking, I'm just sitting here doing nothing. Yeah, right. But then I started doing more active forms of meditation. Yeah, the thing for me, I started off doing pranayama yoga, but I started doing lots of other forms of kind of like types of meditation, and that's when you realise that all that period of sitting there doing nothing, concentrating on breath, concentrating on the blackness, and just sitting there in being, all of that's like training you so that you can get to the point. So that when you start doing the more active systems, when you start actually moving energy around, when you actually start like pushing out with consciousness, you've done all the work that you need to get there, so that when you start doing those more active things, stuff happens.
Okay.
But you won't really be able to do the things where stuff happens until you put some effort in on doing the basics and just concentrating on the breath, just cutting everything out. Once that happens, then like I said, don't be disheartened by that period of being able to get yourself into nothing, because it's difficult, and it takes a while to master. But it's worth it, I promise you. Yeah, I went through the same thing where I was like, this is boring. I'm just sitting here wasting my time. I'm just sitting here doing nothing. I mean, nothing. But you don't realise you're doing a load there. You're actually doing loads. Just a concentration to hold that is a powerful thing. Anyway, moving on.
That
Sorry.
makes sense.
Just
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and also you're overcoming those negative programming that is against meditation.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have that kind of negative programming, I found, especially in the West, where they feel like meditation is doing nothing. But you're actually doing a lot. You're training your executive function, you're actually training your brain, and your brain is the tool that you use for everything else in your life. Um, so you're doing a
Also,
great
can I just
service.
say,
Hmm.
just quickly, another thing that I had real breakthroughs, real
Okay.
things that really helped me, was the little stone pyramids. Yeah, Rod talks about little stone pyramid, little crystal pyramid. Yeah, and the idea is that you hold it, and then you just feel the flow of energy through the pyramid. Yeah, and he said just describe, just think about that. Just don't think about anything else. Don't try to go to blackness. Don't try to think about it, but feel that sensation of the energy moving through the pyramid, and you will. You feel a flow of energy moving around from the base to the top, right? Concentrate on that feeling, right? And nothing else. Dude, some of the most incredible meditations that I had that moved, that were the like I said, this active form where like you push out rather than focus on in. That all started with those pyramids, man. Seriously, you hold them, you concentrate on that feeling, and you can feel these swirls of energy spinning around your body to the point where it like opened portals and fired my consciousness places. Honestly, incredible stuff. So I would highly recommend that. Any meditation where you actually feel a physical sensation in your body. Yeah, focusing on the vibrations moving through you. Those things there, man, that's where the real beauty lies. Yeah?
Thank you.
So that's all I
Hmm.
can say. It's my best bits of advice. Mwah.
All right. So we're ready for the next one.
Yes.
I have a question, Kuo. If a seeker is experiencing a very active indigo activation and does not know what next steps or what to do with the increase in activity in that energy center, are there words of advice for seekers in that position?
I am Quo, and am aware of your query, my brother. The indigo-ray energy center, also known as the third eye, is that means of experiencing what you would call the love of the Logos that has created all of the infinite creation. This Logos is the love of the Creator, and it has manifested in those who have activated the indigo-ray energy center in a manner which is much like starting the engine on your automobile that, in future meditations, you may see and feel and imagine the activation to be occurring in a way which leads you on your spiritual path. This is a path which is full of coincidences and the opportunities to get some feedback or indication of the correctness and the power of your spiritual path. The meditational technique of opening oneself to this information is the setting of the intention to experience that indigo ray energy center in whatever way is most appropriate for you. For each seeker of truth is unique, and it is your desire to know more about the activation that you feel that will power that center of the indigo ray to become more knowing, more available, more able to be experienced by
By
you in
you.
the way which you will discover from time to time as you put the pieces of the puzzle together of how the indigo ray is activating and causing you to feel one feeling, thought, or experience or another. This is a great path to travel, my brother. It is one which will lead you eventually to intelligent infinity, the activation of the violet ray, and the sacred nature of each moment. Is there a further query, my brother?
No, thank you. All right. So, what do you guys think of that? Ed? You seem like you have something. Don't. Or anyone else? I will get Rover.
It sounds like the goal is to open up your third eye, right? Like, or at least that's the
Yes.
next step after indigo ray. But
Well, indigo
very
ray
top.
is the third eye.
it's the very top of the.
No, violet ray is the top.
Oh.
Indigo ray is the third eye.
Oh, okay, then that really makes sense to me now. Okay.
Yeah. And basically, well, feeling worthy is the key to the indigo ray. But yeah, you definitely need to get the basics of meditation, of being able to get to that stillness. Because, okay, so there's different degrees of meditation. There is the regular thinking, that's called beta brain waves. And it's like 16 to 32 hertz. And then alpha wave is like 8 to 16 hertz. And alpha wave is when you're meditating. You're focusing on something. It's like you get a tunnel vision. And then it's a kind of a quiet space. Now, once you get really good at that, then you go from like the higher part of the spectrum where it's easy to get distracted. And then the middle, it's like you're super focused. And then you start going to the lower one. And this is where you start getting into theta wave. And you start to get different kinds of distracting thoughts. You start to get your subconscious talking to you. And then you get to theta wave, which is from 4 to 8 hertz. And then that's like the Schumann resonance is like 7.8. And so that's like the earth vibration. Anyway, so when you're around there, like 5, 6, 7, 8, then you are actually experiencing the your subconscious mind. And so there's a lot of like abstract shapes and things like that. And it's at this point when you're in theta wave that you can ask a question and then your subconscious mind will answer you with like visions or other things. Fred, you're nodding. You want to share? Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was going to say a lot of what they're saying is intention based, and I always keep that in mind. Is making sure that you're setting the right intention when you're trying to meditate, even if it frustrates you and your mind is racing. If you're continually having a problem with it, because I'm very analytical, my brain races all the time. I'm thinking a million different thoughts all the time. Also, what I found helped me break out of that is group guided meditation. If you're able to get a good, and I mean, there's a lot of guided meditations out there. Most of them are garbage. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying most of them are not congruent with effectively putting you into a meditative state, because I know the ones now that can easily put me in a meditative state, and the ones that do not, I would be better off in just a silent room closing my eyes by myself. So there's a lot of really good guided meditations out there, and if you can find a small group of people that want to do guided meditations, have someone that's good at it lead you, man, is that so much more helpful than just on your own begrudgingly trying to just drag your feet through meditations. So the other thing is consistency. So the intention, the consistency, and maybe having a little bit just for the guided meditation, you're just basically putting on training wheels till you get into it yourself. Like Andrii was saying with having an atropine body. Well, you have an atropined meditation muscle. You got to exercise it. So whatever way, and everyone's different. I'm not saying what I did worked for me, worked for everybody, but it's worth it to listen to multiple different people's takes on how they got started, because in all of that, you're going to find something somewhere that works for you.
Good
That
points,
makes
Fred.
sense. Yep, thank you.
And
Okay, Ed's top tips for
Okay.
third eye activation. 1, yeah, this one seems really strange, but it actually is like spot on. And this comes directly from the Jose Silva mind control method, which is what Carla used to get into the place to do the channeling. So he says, first step, when you close your eyes, you try and activate your third eye, roll your eyes looking upwards. Yeah, always roll your eyes straight up. Yeah, if you roll your eyes straight up and wait a little while, just purely doing that, we'll be focusing the energy upwards toward the third eye to activate it. Weird little step, but seriously, it works, man. I was getting to the point when I first started doing that I could just look up for a bit, and then if I rolled my eyes around, it's like I could feel all 3 eyes rolling. It was really fucking strange sensation.
Oh, interesting.
Other one is just awareness. Yeah. One thing I was doing was when I first started, make like a little triangle with your hands, make some kind of like thing to look through, a tensor ring or something, and just focus your attention through that thing, but with your third eye, not your actual eyes, and just try to keep that focus. Right now, the other thing when it comes to activation, yeah, is the Kundalini rising, the whole thing that everybody talks about. It is a process, yeah. Now, Ra, I think personally, gives the absolute best, simplest, best way of getting through it, and that is just focus on the colors, yeah. Just think red. Imagine your entire body is red. Think orange. Imagine your entire body is orange. Think yellow. Imagine your entire body is yellow. That is separated out every energy body that makes up you. And by giving your awareness to that and just imagining your body in those colors, you will be doing the same process as raising the Kundalini. You will be energizing and activating and balancing each chakra in turn. Yeah? That right there is the best way of making it very easy for this one to pop open. You do the system, man. You put it in from the bottom. Next one, next one, next one, next one, next one. When by the time you get there, man, it's there. You won't need to
I'm
think
trying
about
that
activating
tonight.
it. It's
I'm going to do that tonight.
massive. It's there.
Cool. All right.
I definitely recommend looking up the Silva method if you haven't seen ads for it on YouTube or anything like that.
Cellbot?
Silva.
The Silva method.
Silva method. Okay.
They have a
I'll
free
put the book
courses
on
on
the chat if you want,
YouTube
man.
and
I've got the
stuff.
book.
Okay, yeah. Dan, are you in our chat, Unity of Love and Light? Or how did you find this group?
I hacked into. No, I think I'm in the Google Calendar, and
Oh, it's the Google Calendar, eh?
I'm in the Facebook chat. Yeah, I got your your invites.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, it's just because we have
Anyway, man, just message
Unity.
me. I'll send it to you. It's all good. I've got loads of random stuff I can send.
Yeah, because there's like several
To be
groups.
fair, I'm always a little bit sketchy on the Silver method, just because, in my opinion, the guy did kind of experiment on his kids. Just saying.
Well,
Can't argue with its results, though. I think most of them are millionaires. Can't argue.
Okay, well then that doesn't seem too bad. All right, so I think we're at the ending now. Oh, hey Benny, how you doing?
Hey, Benny.
Hey.
Hey, Andrii, you were going to tell Dan about the community something or other in the chat?
The community. Oh, right. Yeah. So we have a.
No, I was going to put up the silver book.
Okay. Yes. But it's just you were
The
going to
silver
put it in the
technique book.
chat.
I was just going to put
But
the book on there.
I
If
don't
you
think
ladies bother
he's
hunting around, I just give you the
in
book.
the
Fuck it.
chat. Here. I'm going to try to find the right group and then share it. Where is it? It says members forum.
So come on, then. What are the cool
Okay.
techniques for
Anyways,
meditation?
can someone find the group Unity of Love and Light and put it in the chat here so that Dan can get it? For
I just
Fred?
wrote in the chat. I am here.
You are here. Oh, you are here. Oh, great.
Has anyone tried doing that cyclone breath one?
You are in the correct chat.
I
breathe
am.
in. I think he's
Awesome.
breathing for. I think it's what is it? I can't remember the numbers. But you have to like breathe in like golden ratio style breaths.
Great.
So then you like breathe in like a big breath, then a third of that, 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 third of that. Then you do a big breath, then a third of that, third of that, third of that, third of that. And it's supposed to like create like a cyclone whirlpool thing going through your aura to the golden ratio. It's kind of a cool idea.
Okay, let's just finish this session here. Okay. So any further queries? No, thank you. Okay, go ahead, Dan.
I am Quo, and we thank you, my brother. Is there another query at this time?
Pause.
I am Quo, and am aware that we have perhaps exhausted the queries. We hope that we have not exhausted the attendees by the length of our answers. We would thank each other for providing those queries for us, for they are a path that we also follow, and you have given us a great journey today. The journey that we feel most connected to, of course, is the open heart within each seeker here, for it weaves a pattern of love of the one infinite creator that holds all here together as a group and moves then in light throughout the infinite creation, so that each here is providing more of that love and light of the creator to all forms within the creation and to the creator itself. For we are all one, moving on the journey of love, light, and unity. At this time, we shall take our leave of this group, thanking each for their continued following of the law of one, and law of love, and the law of unity. We are known to you as those of Quo. Adonai, my friends. Adonai Vasu Baragas.
Cool. That was kind of a different ending. Usually it's the power of the peace, So that's interesting. So, all right, Bene, did you want to give us an update? I know you and Ed were talking a lot in the chat, and I didn't have a chance to read it. Or did you want to leave that for later? There is another session.
It's good. Friggin', we can have our disagreements, but we're not gonna. You're my best friend, so.
All right, great. We gotta learn to forgive, love, and be kind to one another.
You definitely. It's always everything I do is. If I tell you the truth, it's with love, but it might not always seem like that because of how people are acting. So, that's all I can tell you. But I'm sure it was a great group. I had to do Shabbat tonight. I was out friggin' with some Jews, but
oh, you went to a synagogue?
No, the thing with synagogues is they won't even spell our last name right in them. But, if you look at the last video I posted, you'll see they really won't. It's only my last name spelled right. So,
I don't understand why they're spelling your name in the first place.
Well, I mean, in prayer books, when you get your bar mitzvah, on keep the yarmulkes, things they wear on their heads.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the kippas, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't do it on my sisters. They wouldn't do it on anything but mine. Not even my father's, only my grandfather's. So, I mean,
That sounds pretty exclusive.
no, it's not exclusive. It's just, let's say if I drive through a Jewish neighborhood, right, on a Friday night, they're going to kiss my kippah at me because they consider me the devil.
But I looked it up, and kissing your kippah is a sign of respect.
It is at the same time, but they respect you, but at the same time, they're telling you something different. I don't know if this is something that trickles down, tens of, well, we're at 5,000 years, so let's say 5,000 years, but they're
I
just.
thought we were at 6,000 something in the Hebrew
Well,
calendar.
these are like 5,700 something. I think it's like 167 if I'd be right. But you know, it's not always like that, and I really think they're against all of us here.
5,785.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and they believe that the Messiah will come before the year 6,000.
I
For the 1,000-year Shabbat. Us, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all of us. I think if we're gonna have the Messiah, it's gonna come within because God's internal.
Yeah.
There's no. If you go outside here, I'm waiting to go 60 days with no God, no life, no nothing. There is no God. The only God is inside you. It might be inside puppies and a few animals, but there's other animals that'll eat you up out there. That's about life. So, that's all I'm going to tell you. And, I did Shabbat. You find my page, do it with me, put out your attentions. We got, I don't know what Venus, I think it's Venus and Neptune, but, in sextile, but, let's do it. I'm not mad at any of y'all for questioning things, but if I would tell you something, I would come from.
We got two heads.
And don't just question that, because I know Fred understands more than anyone, and
all right.
That's where I'd end up, on his farm in a tent somewhere. So
cool. I'm just going to close the live stream because we ended that session. And
and just have a good night, guys. I really do.
But yeah, we don't have to leave. I'm just thinking that if we start a new session, I should do another live stream for it. So
I'm here. It's really for them.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do my exit prayer here. Okay, so we leave you in the love and light of the one infinite Creator. Go forth, therefore, rejoicing in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator, the one within you, my friends, and all beings. Okay, so I ended